Antonio. This is Rob for the MetalWorks, and today, yes, we're here at the White Rabbit in long support of Exodus' new release, Tempo of the Damned, and I have with me a guitar duo that really needs no introduction to all the metalheads out there. I have Mr. Rick Hunold and Gary Holt of Exodus. How are you guys doing?
What's up, San Antonio?
What's up, Rick?
How are you, man?
Go Spurs!
Yeah, they won today, man.
Yeah, I did. As long as they're whooping on the Lakers, I'm all for it.
Like I said, it's been a long time since you guys have been in these parts, and I was actually at your last show in Texas, I believe, in Austin at the Voodoo Lounge back in '97. Yeah. I was there with Paul with the crutches. Yeah.
That was a wild night. We had fun that night.
Yeah, we partied a little bit. Yeah, I remember.
Just a little.
Just a little. Let's go ahead, and I'm not gonna jump back with this band because I think I want to talk about Exodus here in the now and in the future. Let's talk about Tempo of the Damned. Like I just was telling you guys off camera, this is one of my favorite releases thus far in '04. What brought the vigor back in Exodus this time around?
Just you know, we had to overcome a lot of personal issues and a lot of demons. You know, we had to get some monkeys off our back, and once we did, you know, we were just ready to do it. You know, and the rest just kind of followed. You know.
Add to that, Rick.
Well, I think basically, in a nutshell, it's the only thing that me and Gary have been together for 20 years. You know, it's been a long, long time, and we basically can't do anything else. I mean, this is what we do. You know what it is? Truthfully, dude, this is what we do, man. We play guitar.
And Gary, you quickly alluded to, or I think Rick, you mentioned Paul's passing. And Gary, I've read in some publications earlier this year that you've kind of been grasping sobriety a little bit more than you have in the past.
Yeah. I mean, I still drink, but no, I'm drug-free now for about 16 months or something like that. And that was one of the keys to getting this done, because things had gotten so bad. Things have just spiraled. You know, sometimes you got to hit bottom before you can crawl back up again. You know.
There were some people when the word got out that Exodus was going to move forward again, that were pleasantly surprised to see Steve Zetro back. I mean, because that was never a guarantee. You know, we didn't know if you guys were going to come out with a new vocalist. How did the decision come about to get back with Zetro, and obviously it turned out to be the right choice, huh?
Absolutely. If you listen to Tempo of the Damned, he's singing his ass off, man. He's really, really good, and even better than that, he's doing it live every night, just note for note. It's fucking sounding killer. Yeah. Really. You
know, it's like we were fortunate that we've always had two singers in this band, you know. When one isn't available, you know, we had the other one there. But, you know, it's like it started with when Paul died, we had 2 shows booked in Anaheim. And I was just talking to him on the phone, and he was going to Disneyland that same weekend, and I asked him if when he's done writing Space Mountain, if he wanted to come do a couple shows. And he said fine, and we had a lot of fun, you know, able to play a lot more songs from the catalog, you know, that Paul had more trouble with, you know.
And then there was, I think, that little rumor that he was in, and then he was out, and then he was back in.
He did leave. Yeah. And it was due to, like, you know, the drug use. But when we went to Europe in 2002, you know, he didn't want to put all his, like, you know, his future on, you know, in the hands of a bunch of people who were just like a mess. And but after I'd been home for a couple months, he'd found out and heard that I'd stayed clean, and we had a long talk, and it's been great ever since, you know.
Now let's talk about videos. We've been throwing out the new video, Throwing Down, and my people out at Nuclear Blast are sending me the War Is My Shepherd soon, so we're going to be spinning that video. No, I haven't seen it yet.
Cool.
Tell me, do you still feel videos are important? Obviously.
That's a hard question, man. I mean, with MTV and MTV1, they're important, but
MTV1, you know, the original MTV, it's all game shows, you know.
Right.
In MTV2, it's like Headbangers Ball. I mean, you know, in Europe, you know, they still play this stuff all the time, you know. And here, you know, you have your Uranium and all that, and hopefully they'll play it. But I certainly am not going to go out and spend, you know, $80,000 making any videos anymore, you know.
Now that you guys are out finally on the road, what's the reception been like thus far? As people are like, you know,
the crowds have been decent. I mean, the crowds have been very, very. The people that are there, let me put it this way, the people that are there are very into it. You know what I mean? They haven't been huge, but we're rebuilding right now.
Yeah. Do you think the absence from, you know, their active absence from the scene, of course, is attributed to that?
Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, we went into this tour knowing that we got to go out and kind of earn our stripes again, no matter what we've done in the past. That doesn't matter anymore. Right. And the people have been just killing each other every night. So
We're lucky to have our fan base. The hardcore Exodus fans, they'll always be there, and we love them for that.
And what are the road plans for the rest of this year? Where will this tour take you across the states, and will you do any overseas work?
Yeah, we're leaving the
May 27th for Europe. That's going to be huge. We're doing a whole mess of the festivals. And I mean, it's like, I'd like to see I think the States is starting to come around, but, Europe right now is, our market's a little bit bigger there.
Right.
We're doing a lot bigger places, and it's going to be cool. And then, we're going to be coming back doing a bigger thing in the States. I don't know when, like late summer maybe. But, Japan, South America, all that stuff, Australia, it's all forthcoming as well.
And when I started this interview, I said in my intro there, one of the greatest guitar duos in metal. And I didn't say that just to humble you guys. I really, really have always felt that Holt and Huno were both shredders, both great stage presence. What do you guys feel that you're bringing out? I mean, I really love the guitar work on Temple of the Damned. I mean, where did all that come from again?
It's what we do, We've never been known for our moderation, not in our lifestyle, not in our playing. It's like other bands don't solo or they have one or two an album. We got about 20. So
it's hard to pick the songs too. We get our energy from the crowd, man. I mean, we just love to do what we do, and
I love doing this.
That's it. Bottom line.
Let's talk about the Bay. I saw some footage from the Thrash of the Titans. I saw some photos and stuff from your release party with the cake and stuff. Tell me a little bit about what's going on in the Bay as far as metal.
The exact thing is going on in the rest of the U.S. It's a resurgence. It's like a spiral, man. Yeah.
Because I'm a hermit at home. I don't go out, so
There's bands. The new hardcore bands that come around, they're selling out. It's just it's our home. We do well there.
Give me a cave with internet access, I'll live in it.
And I'm glad you mentioned the internet. I dig the website.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. I haven't seen any MP3s on the site yet, though.
No, maybe down the line, but there's plenty of trading going on.
Yeah.
ExodusAttack.com.
ExodusAttack.com.
Right.
And who's doing the site? You guys have someone doing your site? Because I want to send them some photos from tonight.
I guess you just send them to the moderator or whatever. I mean, I'm the only person in the band who regularly logs on and answers questions. I'm up to around 150 posts. What do you got, like 4? No one else. Everybody else is shooting a big goose egg, So
It's a big goose egg. No, I like to read. It's fun to read what they got to say about it and shit. It's just cool.
As we end out, guys, any last words for the people out there? Anything we missed for fans in San Antonio or Texas?
Just keep up the faith, baby.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks a lot for coming to the shows, and thanks for the last 20 years. Basically, we love you.
Remember, San Antonio, the latest from Exodus is called Tempo of the Damned. It's out on Nuclear Blast Records. Go pick that shit up now. We got Rick and Gary of Exodus rocking right here on Rob's MetalWorks.
MetalWorks.